Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and today we're going to be checking out a brand new truck, or, well, depending on when you watch this video or when this video goes live, it may or may not be brand new at that point in accordance with the mods that have been released on mod.io, but nevertheless, it is brand new as of when I record this video. So, with that being said, this is the Z4266 Crew Cab truck by Ranger. Now, this is a fantasy truck, meaning it is an unbranded truck, and you can obviously see that there are some touches that have been sort of messed with and tweaked, but it bears a odd resemblance to the Mercedes-Benz Z-Tros, although I don't know if it's actually, curious. I'm like, you look awfully familiar, but yet not the same. Now, part of me wonders if this is in a sort of a move to see if this thing can make its way to consoles, because, you know, later on down the road, of course, if this can make its way to consoles since it's non-branded, but we'll have to wait and see. But I do like the quad cab configuration, so let's see what kind of engines we have here. We have a A+ engine, an S engine, and a S+ engine. So let's do the S+ engine, and we have a high-range gearbox as well as an off-road gearbox. This one actually, the off-road gearbox is probably the one that I'm going to go with because it comes with a 6-speed automatic mode as well as the 3 low-range crawler gears, which seems like it's pretty much well-suited to whatever situation you want to use it for. Suspension-wise, we have one suspension, and that's it. Although, like, looking at the height of the truck right now, it doesn't seem like we would need any more because we're already fitting, what, 51s? So if we're fitting 51s on stock, I really don't think we're going to need that much more. Now, I do love these heavy-duty crew cab trucks. Like, they really give off that vibe of, like, you can literally you can haul everything that you need to the job site as well as everybody that you need, you know, all the people that you need to get there. So we've got actually a lot of different off-road tire options. These, I really like those a lot. Now, some of these were offered on his Z-Tros, and one of the cool things about it is that some of them are a softer compound that have been aired down. I really, really like that, and I think that the ones that have been aired down, obviously, you'll be able to crawl over obstacles a little bit easier, get through the mud a little bit easier, although I wonder if he's programmed in something where that lower air pressure could cause more resistance and therefore cause worse fuel economy. I don't know if that's something he's programmed in or not, but it'd be really cool if he did. Now, of course, we also have chained options for those of you that want to use this in icy environments. Now, winch-wise, I'm going to go with actually just with the advanced heavy. We'll get that out of the way, and we'll also just sell off our stock heavy. And spare wheel-wise, we've got a lot of options. We've got one that goes underneath the frame, and we've also got two that actually go behind the cab. So we'll probably go with the under the frame one right now, just to leave some extra space for frame add-ons, which, by the way, we have a fuel tank, saddle high, saddle low, heavy crane, which looks really good, slide bed, which we saw, again, featured on the Z-Tros, which, of course, was basically a lot of the tech for that came from Puppy Master. And then we have the cargo bed, which actually looks really cool. That's a proprietary cargo bed for this truck. And that is going to be the end of your list as far as frame add-ons go. So I think I'm actually... I mean, that probably has 2 or maybe 3 cargo slots. Probably 2. But it'd be really cool to use that as like a heavy recovery rollback. I mean, it's a long rollback, so you're going to be able to rescue some really hefty trucks with it. So let's actually take this option real quick. Let's take the rollback, and we'll see what it'll actually let us do in terms of actually using it. So, let's see, flasher light in the grill, big toolkit, small toolkit. Let's do big toolkit. And just to have that option, I'm sure you could switch them on and off. You get one exhaust option, and Z-Tros default wheels. Knew that was coming. You knew there would be a direct reference in there somewhere. I really like it in the white, actually. I think it looks really good. Of course, we could throw beans up there on the dash, and we will hang probably just a pine tree from the top right there. And that is going to be all we could do in terms of the actual customization on that front. So let's now go ahead and send this to... Well, first of all, did my... let's see. Oh, God. Did my IX pull behind despawn? It probably did. Well, no, because I bet you it's on Big Salmon. Haha, I bet you it's on Big Salmon. So let's just see. Let's just take this thing down to the warehouse real quick. But also, where are the... Ooh. So we've got the flashers up in the grill. We've also got the flashers up there up top. And now that we've displayed those, I'm going to go ahead and actually turn them off and see if they both... Okay, they both turn off. Cool. So I'm assuming that the flatbed would work nearly exactly the same as it does on the Zetros, although this, I'm sure, is going to be your console-friendly version of the Zetros, because obviously it is a completely non-branded truck. And Miss Scusi, get out of my way! Thank you. Let's make our way down to this little warehouse real quick and see if this thing will accept cargo. Because it is a really beastly truck. I mean, you're talking about something that comes stock with 51s. I mean, yeah, that's going to be, you know, total capability. I love the fact that we've got a loading zone this close to the garage. I mean, it's really nice and convenient, but it also helps you kind of set yourself up for any kind of testing you want to do. So let's see what we're working with. Oh, only 2. All right. That's a little disappointing, but I tell you what, though. 2 cargo left, metal beams. Okay, yeah, so when you look at it with the metal beams on the back, that does make sense. I do agree that does make sense. So I'll probably grab some wooden plank. Well, I'm trying to figure out the best thing to grab, actually. Let's go ahead and throw it back into automatic mode. I wonder if, well, since that's only 2 units, I actually feel like it might be better to throw the new cargo bed on it, because I do like the cargo bed. The cargo bed looks really good, and I feel like if we're dealing with like just a 2-unit thing, you might as well go with the cargo bed. It's probably going to be easier to maneuver. Your overhang isn't as big. I mean, it's probably just more off-road friendly, like completely. I think there's actually planks down there. Oh, those are flashy boys. Let's go ahead and actually turn the flashy boys off real quick, because we don't need them right now. We're not in any kind of emergency situation, are we, Beans? I didn't think so, bud. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, that's a horn. That's a very interesting horn at that. Now, I wonder if I've completely used up all of my resources down by this end. I probably have. I don't think... I mean, there's brick framing down there, but, there's brick framing. Hey, there's wood framing up there, but I tell you what better of a time to test the water fording capabilities of such a machine? And it should be, I mean, they should be pretty dang good. I mean, with these freaking 51-inch tires and very tall stock suspension, we should be just fine. Just fine. I mean, we got our maxed out engine, too. I mean, off-road gearbox, maxed out engine. She good. She is good to go. Got pretty decent-sized fuel tank, too. I mean, you're starting off with 300 liters. So, when you're starting off with a 300-liter fuel tank, and honestly, like, a truck that doesn't necessarily, like... I mean, it eats fuel pretty quickly, but not as quickly as some of the absolute, like, you know, just... fuel-gobbling trucks that I've had in the past. It definitely would be a good workhorse, and it would go on for a while. Now, also, too, I should mention that, you know, if this does make its way to consoles later on down the line, this would be a wonderfully balanced truck to drop into a modded campaign playthrough. At least I think it would, because it suits the attitude of the game really well, but it also suits the balance, I think. I have not once experienced any aspect of this truck where I would say, oh, that's unbalanced, or, I don't know if I would use that. Hey, there's wooden planks down there. Oh, dude, she's hauling through the river, though. Yeah, ignore that F-750 that is packed in midair. It was packed on a mod trailer that I have not since enabled again, and basically the mod trailer just randomly disabled itself, and I haven't gone back and, oh, there's the stall out, so it almost made it all the way across without stalling, but basically the mod trailer that I was using completely disabled itself one day, and I haven't gone back and re-enabled it yet, but as you can see, it's just packed in midair because, actually, I wonder if I run into it, I wonder what'll happen. It'll probably launch itself into midair. It'll probably say, nope! Did we put it back into play? Hey, we put it back into play. Heck yeah. All right. That's awesome. I didn't realize that would do that, but that's sick. Okay, well, we rescued it, quote unquote, brought it back to life, so to speak. I do enjoy this thing, though. It really does give off that, like, well-built, well-put-together, ready for anything workhorse beast. That is the total vibe that it gives off. And you're never nervous to take it down at really any kind of trail. I mean, muddy, tight, rocky, whatever you want to do with it, it's good to go. And even with the off-road gearbox, the automatic mode is plenty fast enough to take it out on the road and get somewhere, you know, all in, you know, in good time. So you don't feel like you're crawling and like, oh, this is so slow. Even in low plus, it's not that bad. So let's go ahead and go over to this loading zone real quick. Let's get this loaded up with some wooden planks, and we will make our way back out onto the road. And my God, can I just say real quick how good this thing looks with some cargo in it? Oh my God. Like, with the quad cab setup and, like, the custom cargo bed on the back, that is so dang good looking. I love it. I can't get over it. That is a properly good looking work truck. It's actually been a really long time since I've seen a work truck mod that looks that good. And, like, again, this is something that you could put into your campaign playthrough and never, ever, ever worry about whether or not you are unbalancing the game. Because if you use it like this, you're not. There are stock trucks that are more capable, I say stock, like, you know, trucks that came with the game, mind you, that are more capable, quote-unquote, than this thing. But, man, I mean, like, even so, like, if you wanted to really go for, like, ultimate balance, I mean, maybe you could go with, like, a slightly less powerful engine, but even with the max power engine, I think it's powerful, I think it's enjoyable, but I also think it's pretty well balanced, so I wouldn't really be complaining about the level of balance of this thing. Now, let me just see. I always get this route mixed up. Okay, because basically, if you were going to go to the cabin construction site, you drop it off right there, and if you were down here, you would probably just go, actually, I would go down here, up through here, and wrap it around, go across the bridge, and bam, drop it off. But, dude, as it stands right now, this thing is such a absolute... Wait, let me get rid of those freaking trackers. There we go. But no, like, this thing is such a beast of a truck. I love the way it looks, I love the way it drives, and really, at the end of the day, I don't think there's anything not to love about it. And if you guys have any, you know, opinions on this thing in the comment section down below, I would be glad to hear them, and I'm sure the creator would be glad to hear them as well. I think that this could drop into a campaign playthrough and be one of the most balanced mods. I think it could be dropped into a campaign playthrough and not throw off your game balance whatsoever. I mean, let me know your thoughts on that as well in the comment section down below, but I think you could literally, like, as far as, you know, fairness goes, you could literally not alter that balance basically at all and still run this thing in your campaign if you wanted to. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.